Hi everyone, happy Thursday. Thank you for joining me again for LRP Love. And today's topic is going to be essential oils to use for stress, to reduce stress, to help you balance your hormones, and just give you a lot more vitality than you have every day. Because what happens is most of our stress comes from the gut. It's basically everything starts and ends with your gut. So when you don't have the proper nutrition, or you are just not getting enough sleep, those are the things that actually are going to have a huge impact on your stress level. And everyone knows that when you get stressed out, it lowers your immune system, which then in turn makes you very sensitive to any type of bacterial or viral infections that are out there. Hi, Tina. Hi. Thank you so much. Yes, I had a wonderful vacation. I spent it with my best friends in Michigan, family, my in-laws in Ocean East, and then in Michigan with my family. So I had a very, very great time off. It was something that I really, really needed, and I just came back rejuvenated. But to get started, I wanted to start off by announcing our Oil Magic Book winner. Since Tina is on, we do something on Extraordinary You Team that when someone enrolls their very first month and they sign up for the Loyalty Rewards program that same month, and then 3 months afterwards, they turn in a loyalty reward order of 100 PV minimum for 3 months, they get the Oil Magic Book, which is the book that I like to do all of my education on because it's so simple to use. I basically am going to look up, and the reason why I like to read out of the book is because I want to show you how simple this is. Anyone can do this. It's basically my job is to educate you on how to use essential oils for whatever reason they may be, but for overall to support your body's systems. And everyone knows that healthcare nowadays is definitely not going very well. And it just seems like whenever we're starting to use medications, the medications may work for whatever the ailment is, but then we have another issue that's going to start going on due to the medication. So the best thing to do is to empower yourself and to start taking care of yourself every single day. It's really not that difficult. Once you start to set some daily healthy habits for you and your family, it just becomes second nature. Just like a bad habit, you can have a good habit. And so that's what I'm here for. All right, so I'm going to look up stress. And for stress, it says emotional upset, physical malfunction, and mental stress. That is the definition of stress. So stress can come from a job. It can come from a relationship that maybe you're in. It could come from just having the kids home for summer. I know I was visiting family and it was so much fun spending time with my little cousins, but I could tell their parents, it was kind of like there's so much going on all at once. And I could tell how tired they were actually getting. And the kids, my family, the kids are very, very well adjusted. They're just very fun to be around. You could tell that they're very happy children. And that comes from having happy parents that are very well adjusted and continue to manage their stress levels very well. And my cousin, who is their mother, she is also a member on the Extraordinary You Team, and she does use essential oils daily for many different uses, and especially on her kids. All right, so the description increases a general calming state due to interaction of oils with neurotransmitters. Now, it does tell you in the book, what I like about this book is it gives you the protocols to use, which oils, but it also tells you the suggested duration to use them. So I always like to tell people that you're not going to start seeing a significant change overnight. Oils are something that you need to use consistently in order to get the results that you want from them. So this one says it is a suggested duration of 4 to 8 weeks. And then as needed. So I would recommend doing all of these, just like I said, for 4 to 8 weeks before you'll see a significant change in the way that you feel. Even if you're only able to do 1 or 2 of these, you're still going to see a significant change from what you have now. The first one is, and I know I did a video earlier on the grounding blend. The grounding blend is the balance blend. That's the video that I did where I was showing you how I actually rolled it right over our feet. Balance blend is known as the grounding blend, and I'm actually going to go to that page. Okay, let's see here. We have a section that is just for blends. All right, grounding blend. The main ingredients in our grounding blend is spruce, hoe wood, frankincense, blue tansy, and blue chamomile. The other uses for this, besides stress, and you'll notice that a lot of our oils are kind of like army Swiss knives, meaning that one oil can support so many different things in your body, and that's actually what brings value to each oil. This one, it can be used for anger, back pain, brain integration, bursitis, comas, confusion, convulsions, diabetic sores, grief, herniated discs, hyperactivity, Lou Gehrig's disease, Parkinson's disease, and tranquility. All right, for emotional grounding, inhale 1 to 3 drops from cupped hands or apply to bottoms of feet daily, just as I suggested in that video. You can also use this for focus and concentration. You just apply 1 to 3 drops to temples and pulse points or diffuse. I like to diffuse this a lot with Serenity at night. It just kind of calms me and balances my emotions. Stress and anxiety, apply 1 to 3 drops to pulse points and temples or to bottoms of feet. And that's the main reason why I like to use it on the bottom of my feet. Meditation, apply 1 to 2 drops to wrists and temples. And for neurological issues, apply 2 to 4 drops to bottoms of feet. Stress-induced inflammation, inhale 2 to 4 drops from cupped hands, apply to bottoms of feet or diffuse. So you can kind of see that we're seeing a pattern of how to use the oil on the bottoms of your feet. Now, for emotional use, the earthy character of this blend helps bring scattered energy and emotions into a space of stability, consistency, and safety. So excellent, excellent oil to have on hand to balance out your hormonal issues. All right, so the second one, and I'm going to go back to the stress page, is this. They suggest using a citrus oil, diffusing it several drops daily. The reason why I like to diffuse citrus blends is because they are very uplifting. So if you are feeling a little down, or you're feeling overwhelmed, or you're just feeling kind of like blah, we all have those blah days. Even I have them. I then turn to citrus oils. Just keep in mind that when you are using any type of citrus oil, and you're applying it topically, you want to make sure that you do not go in the sun up to 12 hours before or after using that oil, because there is a photo sensitivity that you can get from the oil. So what I like to do to get them in is to diffuse them. It's probably the best way to get it, so you don't have to worry about photosensitivity. Now, my favorite oil to diffuse that I've been diffusing for the past couple days is our lime essential oil. This is the oil that is the product of the month with doTERRA. I love all the promotions that they have for us, but the one thing that I absolutely love is when you have your own account and you are on the Loyalty Rewards program, which is free once you have a membership. Anytime you submit an order and you choose a date between the 1st and the 15th of the month, and that order is a minimum of 125 PV, you get the free oil of the month. And this month it happens to be lime. I like to use lime to diffuse it, just to uplift my mood. It's also known, and I'm going to turn to lime. It's also known for the zest of life. And lime essential oil has so many different uses as well. It's antiviral support, blood pressure, cellulite, depression, detox, energy, exhaustion, fever, gallstones, gum removal. Gum removal. Yeah, you can even use lime for gum removal, or even for me, when I got off the plane, I had scuffs all over my luggage. I mean, they just tore it up. So what I like to do is I'll use either lemon or lime on a tissue or a paper towel or even a rag, and I just apply it neatly onto the actual rag itself, and then I just rub right on my luggage, and it removes all the scuff marks. It also is great to use for removing stickers on like photo albums or photo frames after you purchase them. It's great for herpes, memory, and water purification. Lime is another oil, as well as grapefruit and wild orange and lemon. Those are wonderful oils to use, not only just to diffuse, but you can use them internally just by adding a few drops into your water. I like to keep hydrated all day long. Most people don't know this, but you should be drinking half of your weight in ounces to stay hydrated each day. If you're feeling tired, if you're just feeling run down, those are probably symptoms of being dehydrated and you just don't know it. And yes, Tina, you can cook with it as well. Everyone knows I love to use my essential oils when I'm cooking. I actually have a really wonderful recipe too for the lime essential oils, by adding it with a no sugar carbonated drink, and then adding a low sugar, well, it's actually like a real cranberry juice. I like to serve that to all of my guests during the holidays, and everyone loves it. And I just add like 1 or 2 drops of the lime essential oil to each glass. You want to make sure that when you are using any type of citrus oils and you are consuming them, that you're consuming them in a glass or a stainless steel glass, just because citrus oils can break down the inside of any type of plastic or Teflon, and what happens is it contaminates the oil and you end up drinking it, which is really not good for any of your body systems whatsoever. It also tends to give you a buildup of metals in your body, which then turns into real issues, things that you don't want to deal with, that will really cause your body to get very sluggish, and you just get a buildup of those toxins, and it does affect your endocrine system. All right, so you can use lime essential oil for chronic cough. Apply 2 to 4 drops over the chest, mid-back, and lung reflex points. It's great for colds. Drink 1 to 3 drops in water and diffuse, because lime essential oil and all of the other citrus oils are really good for immune support as well. It's great for cold sores. You can apply 1 drop diluted to a affected area. And what I mean by diluted is using a carrier oil. What I recommend is using something like maybe a fractionated coconut oil, and all you have to do is just use like 1 little drop and then 1 little drop of your lime essential oils, rub it together, and then apply it to wherever you need to apply it. It's great for bacterial infections. Apply 1 to 2 drops with carrier oil to affected area. And it's also great for mental clarity. I like to diffuse citrus oils a lot in my office, especially when I'm, listening to podcasts, or if I'm doing our home budget, things that I need to really focus. This is a great oil. You just diffuse 3 to 6 drops or inhale from cupped hands. So if you're out and about and you do not have a diffuser with you, you can always just take the oil itself, put 1 drop in your hand, rub your hands together, and cup it in your hands, and then breathe. Do it about 3 times. Oh, it's so uplifting. And you'll really, really, really get the benefits just as quickly as if you were to get them by diffusing. Now, lime essential oils has monoterpenes like limonene, which make lime an uplifting oil that dissipates apathy and restores a zest for life. There's a really great Don't Worry diffuser blend. You take 2 drops of lime, 2 drops of peppermint, 2 drops of wild orange, and 2 drops of frankincense, and you use this diffuser blend to go to your happy place. All right, so I'm going to go back to the stress. And let's see what else is in the protocol here. I love this book. Of course, I took my bookmark out. All right, no big deal. All right, stress. The next thing is Probiotic Complex. Take 2 capsules in the morning on an empty stomach. All of you know that I always recommend PB Assist because I believe that everything starts and ends with your gut. When you have an unhealthy gut, that's when you tend to have, unbalanced hormones. You also have sluggish. You can feel a little sluggish throughout the day. I'm looking for it here. Oh, here it is. All right. Let's see. Key uses. 6 billion CFUs, supports digestive and immune systems, unique double encapsulated delivery, shelf stable with prebiotics to sustain probiotics, helps digestion of food nutrients. Now you take 1 to 3 daily for healthy immune system, for replenishing flora after antibiotics. This is a great one if you're taking antibiotics. This will actually help restore that flora that actually dissipates after taking antibiotics, and that's why most people after getting taking an antibiotic, especially women, end up with some kind of infection afterwards, such as like a yeast infection. It's an overbuildup of antibiotics. It is great for hormone balance, proper digestive functions, and a higher absorption rates than other probiotic delivery forms. Let me see. It says doTERRA PB Assist is a proprietary formula of prebiotic fiber and 6 strains of probiotic microorganisms in a unique double-layer vegetable capsule delivering 6 billion CFUs of active probiotic cultures and a soluble prebiotic fiber that encourages culture, adhesion, and growth. The time-release system protects sensitive probiotic cultures from stomach acid and is safe for your whole family. So this is something that your entire family can take. I take 2 in the morning on an empty stomach. So it's very, very easy. I also like to take my Long Life Vitality. Everyone knows that I swear by this. This is something that not only is for stress management, that it's also great for general wellness and vitality, antioxidant and DNA protection, energy metabolism, bone health, immune function, stress management, cardiovascular health, healthy hair, skin, and nails, eye, brain, nervous system, liver function and digestive health, lung and respiratory health, gentle on stomach, and does not contain genetically modified material, and it is dairy-free. Powerful cellular long life vitality blend of bicalin, boswellic acids, silmarin, resveratrol, zircomin, and proanthocyanins. Point levels of metallic. I can't even talk. There's so many different things in this oil. Let me see. oh, what I love about this is the tummy tamer. I took an essential oil based vitality pack before from another company, and it was before I even knew of doTERRA, and I really just found out that I took this just because I didn't know that there was even essential oils in the other one, and it was completely, I had a completely different perception of it, but it did not work as well as these, and it was very harsh on my stomach. So these are completely different than any other. doTERRA is different than any other essential oil company that is out there. All right, let's go back to stress again. All right, the Restful Blend. Now the Restful Blend is our Serenity Restful Blend. I like to diffuse this at night. But you can apply 2 to 4 drops to temples and bottoms of feet at bed. Diffuse several drops. I like to diffuse it at night because one of the things that I have a difficult thing with is because my brain's always going, especially like the busier you are, the harder it is to turn your brain off at night. So I have found that when I diffuse this before going to bed, it really does help my brain shut off, and it gives me the restful sleep that I need. I also like to take the Serenity capsules. I take 2 of those just before going to bed, about 15 to 20 minutes before I'm actually wanting to sleep, and it definitely relaxes me and it helps me get into that RPM state. And what I like about it is they are not they're not like Tylenol PM, so they're not something that your body is going to get addicted to. This is a natural way to, you know, fall asleep and also to relieve stress from throughout the day. Now, for additional support, there's about 4 oils that they suggest that most people don't even know a whole lot about. And one of them is rose oil. Now, our rose oil comes in a touch form. And what I like about doTERRA too is they try to make it as easy as possible. So they have it in a pre-diluted form. Trying to look for it because I have these little, probably would have been better off just like, why am I not finding it? I will find it. Tina, have you used rose oil yet? Let's see, why am I not finding it? I think I'm just going to go and find it. Oh, that's because it was on the back. Okay. All right. Now, rose oil is known as the Divine Love and Grace oil, and it does come in a touch form. I originally did not start using rose oil until about maybe 6 months ago. This was a brand new oil from last year's convention, and I always thought of rose oil as like a grandma smell, but I didn't realize all of the benefits. And once I started using it for these specific benefits, I really started to like it. For one, it has, let's see, it's great for anxiety. It's great as an astringent. It's great for endometriosis, grief, facial redness. So if you have any type of facial redness where you have like uneven skin tone, it's great for that. It's great for impotency, infertility, irregular ovulation, menstrual cramping, and phobias. It does say to use with caution during pregnancy. For aging skin, yes, definitely. That's what I always thought. But this smells completely different. I actually was surprised. For aging skin, add a drop to toner or moisturizer, or apply with carrier oil over fine lines, wrinkles, and age spots. I know I just turned 50, and people are surprised that I don't have any age spots like on my skin at all. I don't wear makeup, so I don't have any makeup on right now. So my skin is very, very even, especially for my age. And one of the reasons is I like to use specific oils. Like if I see like a fine line coming up, because I get them hereditary right here, I just put the oil on directly, and it smells so good too. And they're good to go. All right, let's see. Low libido, apply 1 to 2 drops to pulse points or to reproductive reflex points. So you could literally take this oil and just rub it over the areas of concern. It's great for scar tissue. If you have had any surgery and you have scar tissue, I know I have one going all the way from my breastbone all the way down to my pubic bone, which is why you'll never see me in a bikini, because I actually have a very flat stomach now. You know, I have that scar, and it's getting a lot better since I've started using essential oils. But you would massage it into the scar tissue 3 times daily. It's great for self-esteem and depression. Apply 1 to 2 drops over your heart or diffuse. So you could actually just take the oil itself and just rub it right over your heart and then rub it in. Smells wonderful. Diffuse it though. It's an aphrodisiac too. Diffuse a few drops or wear on pulse points. And for poison ivy and oak, people did not know this. Apply 1 to 2 drops diluted to irritated areas. So it's summertime. Kids are going to summer camp. You're going camping. You're outdoors a lot more. Chances are you're probably going to get poison ivy, or your kids are going to get poison ivy at least once in the next couple years. So this would be a great oil, and it doesn't smell bad. So that's a plus. Alcohols like citronello make rose a clarifying oil that help connect the mind and soul to divine love and grace. And it does give you a bloom diffuser blend, 3 drops of rose, 3 drops of wild orange, and 3 drops of lavender. This diffuser blend has a graceful aroma that brings a soothing and refreshing air to any day. So that's your rose oil. All right, I got 3 more going here. So let's see, for stress. Let's go back to stress. All righty. For Roman chamomile. Now, Roman chamomile, when I think of Roman chamomile, I immediately think of night terrors. I know that from all of my education, I have learned that this is a great oil to diffuse if your kid is waking up because they are having nightmares. So this is a great one to diffuse before they go to bed. It's also a great one to diffuse if, you know, again, if you're looking to just kind of like get some calmness in your soul, in your household. It's a great one to diffuse at night, maybe diffusing it in the family room while everyone's watching TV at night, or while the kids are doing homework, just to kind of like relax everyone. All right, so let's go to Roman chamomile. All right, now Roman chamomile. All right. This one you can use topically, aromatically, and internally. Believe it or not, the way that you can find out whether an oil can be used internally is if you see supplemental facts. I'm trying to see if you can see it. It's probably a little blurry. But if you see supplemental facts on any bottle of doTERRA's, then you know that it is safe to consume. This one is great for allergies. It's great for anorexia, for bee hornet stings, clubfoot, hyperactivity, menopause, muscle spasms, neuralgia, rashes, shock, and sore nipples. So sore nipples would be, you know, there are women that actually breastfeed, and their nipples tend to get sore, so that would be a great one for them. Sleep and insomnia. Apply 1 to 2 drops to temples and wrists, or diffuse next to bedside. For panic attacks. I've only had 3 panic attacks in my life. One was in 2007, and that's crazy that I remember the exact date and time. That's how awful they are. It was in 2007, and I was sleeping about 17 hours a day. This happened for 2 weeks. My mom had just left. I was living at the beach. My mom had just left, and my aunt had come to visit me, And she even noticed something that was very, very wrong. I just seemed to be very, very down. It was almost like I was melancholy the entire time that they were there. But it turns out that I ended up having chronic fatigue syndrome because I went to the doctor. That's how much it scared me. And after I left the doctor, my husband was like, I finally got her out of the house. Let's go to the movies. So I said, all right, let's go to the movies. I was feeling pretty good. I was feeling great because I had an answer. And in the movie theater, I had my first panic attack, and it was awful. I felt like I was gonna die. My chest, literally my heart was like, I felt like it was beating right outside of my chest. It was just the most awful feeling I've ever had in my entire life. So this is one that you could carry on a person and breathe a drop deeply from cupped hands as needed. So I don't get them anymore, but I just make sure that I have like a roller on me that has this just in case I feel one coming on, or if you have someone that you know that gets them, it's great to have it on hand because you can always, pull it out and let them use it. All right, for diaper rash, apply 1 drop heavily diluted with carrier oil to baby skin. Crying, add a drop of front of shirt or sleeve or diffuse. If you have a child that tends to have temper tantrums a lot, this is a great one to use where you can just take a drop and apply a drop to the front of their shirt or sleeve, diffuse it in the area that they're in, and it will definitely benefit that as well. For PMS or cramps, apply a drop over abdomen. So you could use this neatly, just 1 drop, and then just apply it right over your abdomen during that time of month. It's also great for parasites or worms. Apply 1 to 2 drops over abdomen and take in a capsule. I had talked about this before, the gel caps that doTERRA sells. They're very easy to use. You just basically break one open and then you put the oil right inside and put it back on. It's super, super easy. Esters like methyl emulsionate make Roman chamomile a calming oil that beautifully reminds one of spiritual purpose and the greater good. Now, you can also use this as a tummy trouble capsule. You take 1 drop of Roman chamomile, 1 drop of peppermint, and 1 drop of thyme. You place oils in a veggie cap for a severe stomach upset. Take every 5 hours, not exceeding 5 capsules in a 24-hour period. If you want to make an itchy bite remedy, 8 drops of Roman chamomile, 8 drops of lavender, 4 drops of eucalyptus, 2 drops of melaleuca, which is a tea tree oil, and 45 drops of fractionated coconut oil. Add ingredients to a 10 ml roller bottle. Use on itchy bug bites as needed. And let me tell you, this is crazy because this is the one oil I did not have on me when I was in Michigan. And I have no idea how I got it. The only thing that I could think of is I didn't put my bug spray on until later on in the evening on 4th of July. And earlier in the day, I must have gotten bitten because I had red bug bites all on the front of me. And they were really, really bad. So as soon as I got home, I made this itchy bite blend and they're gone. Literally, there's not even a speck of them. And it was literally like overnight they were gone. So great, great oil for itchy bug bites. All right. The next oil is Siberian Fur. All right. Siberian Fur is the restoring oil. Let me see. Known as the restoring oil. Let's see. All right. It says, esters like boronal acetate make Siberian Fur a restoring oil that illuminates the wisdom and purpose of progressing through life. So I can understand why this would be an oil to reduce stress. All right. What am I doing? All right, there you go. All right. It's great for anxiety, bronchitis, fever, sinusitis, sluggish nerves, tension, and urinary infection. Again, you use with caution during pregnancy, possible skin sensitivity. I always recommend, when you're using essential oils anyways, unless I tell you to use them neat, to dilute them. And what that means is to use a carrier oil. And the reason why I say that is that way you won't ever end up with a sensitivity to the oil. Because even if you've used an oil for, let's say, a couple years, one day you could all of a sudden start having a sensitivity. So it's best to just kind of dilute your oils with a carrier oil. All right, for asthma, apply 1 to 2 drops with carrier oil over chest or to lung reflex points. For an immune stimulant, apply 1 to 2 drops to bottoms of feet. So it's great for immunity. Dry, cough, cold, and flu, inhale 1 to 2 drops from cupped hands or apply with carrier oil over chest. Good to know. Muscle cramps and spasms, massage several drops with carrier oil into affected area. For emotional overwhelmment, and this is me, overwhelmment. I used to get so overwhelmed that I literally would get so overwhelmed that I did nothing. I would have so much to do, and it just seemed to be so overwhelming that I would look at what I needed to do, and it overwhelmed me so much that I just literally procrastinated and put it off and put it off. And then when I actually did it, I thought, why was I so overwhelmed? It doesn't make any sense. It's one of the issues that I have to deal with, having a thyroid disease and an autoimmune disease. It's just one of those symptoms that I'm always going to be working on. So thank God for my essential oils, because they really, really do help me. So you can inhale this 1 to 2 drops from cupped hands. It's also great for rheumatism. Apply 1 to 2 drops neat to affected areas. And for mucus, apply 1 to 2 drops to throat and chest. Good to know. All right, now for a neat easy rub, 2 drops of Siberian Fur, 2 drops of copaiba, and 6 drops of fractionated coconut oil. You massage oils with fractionated coconut oil into knees, focusing on connective tissue and muscles around the knee. Repeat as needed. All right, now I had talked a lot about using this oil as well for immune function. There is a seasonal twist diffuser blend, 3 drops of Siberian Fur, 4 drops of protective blend, and 2 drops of spearmint. Put an earthy mint twist on the autumn-like aroma of protective blend with this diffuser blend. The protective blend is our On Guard. So if you're one of those that does not like the scent of On Guard, and I've only met a few people, this would be a way that you could get that oil in with Siberian Fur and spearmint, because spearmint is amazing. All right, so the last oil I want to talk about is, honestly, this is an oil that I saved up for. Remember how I was talking about the loyalty rewards program? Well, we have a system that not only do you get the free oil of the month, but when you have an order each month that is 50 PV of more, you start to accumulate points. And you start out at 10% when you're brand new, and every 3 months it goes up to 5%. Until you max out at 30%. So someone like myself, or we have so many members that have been with me for over a year now that are at 30%. I waited until I got enough points to get this oil for free. And I am so happy I did, because it is one of those oils that now I don't think I want to be without it. It not only smells amazing, but it's a stabilizing oil. So it grounds one to higher consciousness and sense of spirituality. Let's see. It's great as an aphrodisiac. It's great for back pain, blemishes, calming. There you go. The stress reliever, cartilage repair, coma, dry skin or scalp. So this has such an amazing scent too. So if you tend to get, my husband has very, very short hair. He looks like he's in the military. But he just likes his hair very short, and he is a UPS driver. So he tends to get a dry scalp just because he gets sunburn on top. So this is something that we made a roller ball for him, and he just rubs it at night when he comes in or takes a shower, and it seems to be working very, very well for him. It's great for exhaustion, because a lot of times when you're stressed out, and not only affects your immune system, but it leaves you feeling lethargic and just extremely exhausted. It's also great for hiccups, laryngitis, Lou Gehrig's disease, moles, multiple sclerosis, UV radiation, and yoga. So for rashes and skin condition, apply 1 to 2 drops with carrier oil to affected areas, like I had mentioned about how my husband does at the top of his head. For cancer and tumors, take 1 to 2 drops in a capsule, apply diluted to affected area or diffuse. So this is a great one for anyone that is diagnosed with cancer or is going through chemotherapy. This is a really good oil to diffuse for them. Because I know that a lot of times their specialists will tell you that not to take anything internally, which doesn't make any sense to me, because a lot of people are drinking, and I know this because I have had a lot of friends that have had cancer or are still dealing with cancer and all the repercussions. And one of the things is it's hard to keep fluids down. So they're turning to sugary drinks. So that's what doesn't make sense to me, because sugar actually fuels cancer. So this would be one that they would be able to use that would help them without having to use it internally. For meditation, apply a drop to temples during meditation. For low testosterone, take 1 to 2 drops in a capsule or apply to pulse points and lower abdomen. For scars, massage 1 to 2 drops into scars often. And then Alzheimer's disease, apply 1 to 2 drops to base of skull or take 1 to 2 drops in a capsule daily. This is one that is very dear to my heart because when I was in Michigan, my uncle's mother has early stages of Alzheimer's, and she's 90 years old. She does very, very well with it. So my aunt is a caregiver for her and my uncle. This would be one that I would have recommended had I had it with me, 1 to 2 drops to the base of her skull every day. Because as you know, with Alzheimer patients, you don't want to introduce anything new to them just because they tend to get skittish, or when they're not sure of something, they're really not, they don't accept things very well. But this is one that you could do without them even knowing even. All right, so it's also great for an Uplift Me spray. 12 drops of sandalwood, 8 drops of jasmine, 8 drops of yin yang, and 1 tablespoon of alcohol and 4 ounces of distilled water. Mix oils and alcohol together, pour into 4-ounce spray bottle, and top off with distilled water. So that is an amazing spray. Actually, I think I'm going to try that today. I haven't tried that one. So I'm hoping that was helpful and that you learned something today about using essential oils for stress. I always just tell everyone that the best thing to do is just to make sure that you're getting enough sleep and that you're using oils to balance your hormones. If you're not taking a really good supplement, I suggest the Long Life Vitality Pack, but you can reach out to me if you're interested in even just getting the Long Life Vitality and the probiotics, because everything starts and ends with your gut. I really do believe that. I want to read something before I end this on Long Life Vitality, because every element has roots in inflammation and every solution happens at the cellular level. Essential oil protocols should always include the Vitality Trio. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you tuning in. I have one other announcement, and that is I did a favorite oil giveaway that was on the actual public education group, where I asked everyone to let me know their favorite oil and why. And the winner is Sonia Beckner. Sonia, her favorite oil was frankincense. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to go on here really, really quick and see why she was using frankincense. Frankincense is one of my favorites too. I actually like to use it under my tongue 2 times a day, and it is for a healthy cellular level. All right, let's see. Sonia, frankincense, because I have hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's disease, and I am hoping these oils are going to help make a difference in my life. And I said, Sonia, I'm here to support you, and I too have a thyroid disease and an autoimmune disease that is in remission. But I use my oils consistently and really strive to eat real nutritional food. Processed sugar and processed foods trigger my symptoms, but I rarely eat either one, except organic cheese and meats, and even organics are minimally processed. And she says it's a struggle every day. So congratulations, Sonia. I will get your frankincense out to you. In fact, we're doing her membership overview. She's a brand new member. So thanks again, everyone. And I hope everyone is having a wonderful week, and we'll see you next Thursday for LRP Love. And next week, I want to talk about rollerball kids and home for the summer. So going to give you some great tips and some recipes to help the kids get through the summer. Being in Michigan, I was around my little cousins a lot, so I was able to see one-on-one all of the challenges that they're facing during the summer months. So thanks again for joining, and we'll see you next week. Have a great one, everyone.